freebies, fun food and freebies. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh my goodness. I had to come on and pre-record this for Monday. What's Monday? The 30th, I think. March 30th. So this is pre-recorded for March 30th. But today is the 28th. So the 28th, I went to a free event and I wasn't expecting the things that I got from the free event. I was not expecting it at all, y'all. So I had to come on and show you what I got from the free event. Because I like freebies, but I also like fun stuff and foodie stuff. So hence the name Fun Food and Freebies. I'm glad that you could join me. I'm glad that I have some new subscribers. Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Bretta, and I come to you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to showcase some free things and some free events for you to attend, or low cost events for you to attend. So this is amazing that I just came from a walk, okay? And the walk is done by, I want to say the name is Urban Tours. I want to say that's the name. They actually toured my childhood neighborhood, and it was amazing because I got to tell my story, and I couldn't believe that the owner of I think it's a nonprofit. I want to say it's a nonprofit. She does walks. So it's 713 Walks or Urban Tours, I think. If it's not, if it whatever it is, I'm gonna insert it and put it in as an asterisk or whatever inside this video, okay? So, but I came from the tour and I had to tell my story before we actually got to the Hester House. That's the name of the community center that I grew up. I grew up in Fifth Ward, and we actually toured my neighborhood. And she put me on the spot, and I'm glad she did because I got to tell my story to the whole group, y'all. So that was very, very unexpected. But I really love that I can tell my story because I believe that I'm still here for a reason. And whatever that reason is, I still don't necessarily know. But I try to do the things that God has blessed me with, which is always sending me some free stuff. And I'm always like, Lord, is there really that much free stuff? Like, is this something that I can continue to talk about? And I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. So I'm always meeting new people, meeting new organizations, nonprofit organizations whenever I go to events. And I didn't even know that we were gonna like go to the festival because I was like, I'm gonna do the walk. It was a 3-mile walk. So that's why I'm still in my my workout phase. So the walk was really nice, really nice. She even touched on a lot of things that I didn't even know about my freaking hood, okay? And it was just amazing. Because I was telling my story to another subscriber, a new subscriber, a couple of new subscribers. I actually told them my story before I actually got in front of everybody and told them the story. But if you're new here and you didn't hear my story, I was essayed when I was a teenager in this community center, which is Hester House, would take me places, and we would go places, we would do things, and that was just like my happy place. So if you come across this video, I hope that you enjoy me telling you about free things that may be available to you. I don't care where you are in America. In America, we are so blessed to have like community centers and different outlets for us to experience new things and culture and everything. But that community center took me to Michael Jackson concert twice for free. I used to go to the rodeo all the time. That's why it's really not a big thing anymore. Not to me and my girls. We've been so many times. But I learned how to swim. I learned how to skate. and all types of things. I mean, I would do aerobics. They would have aerobics classes. They had African dance classes. I've taken that. And that's when I fell in love with aerobics as well. So I love aerobics. But that community center just saved my life. So I met a lot of people, and I just wanted to show you some of the free stuff that I got. So the walk, they had some free breakfast, kolaches. I think they had some type of donuts and all and other pastries. But yeah, they gave us some water, and they gave us this thing so you can walk around with it. And guess what I forgot? I forgot to bring my foldable bag. Everywhere I go, I bring a foldable bag, and I forgot to bring it because I would have took home some food and some fruit. I did put some in my pocket because it's kind of it was kind of chilly today. To me it is. To me it is. But they gave us this water. This is great water. I've tried this water before. Someone had this water at another event. So they had water. She gave us these Vaseline. You could pick these up. So these are really good for your lips. And then we went to the festival. Now, I'm not real big on festivals. If you want to go to a festival, you're going to spend money. So I'm always like, if you don't want to spend money, the festival is not really for you. If you have the money, then go to a festival and experience what a festival is all about. But you're going to spend some money. It's a lot of vendors there. Some people give you free food, free tastings or something like that. I got free jambalaya today, so that was good. And when we did the walk, they had free apples, bananas, oranges. They had just snacks, healthy snacks, pretty much. They were pretty healthy snacks. But the festival, some vendors were giving away things, as you do different things, like maybe check your blood pressure. You got a free bag of some goodies, So that's what I'm going to show you today. So when I come on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll always try to give you something, an unboxing, or to showcase. Let me turn my camera. I don't like when I cut my arm off. But I try to show you some freebies that I got. I also met somebody who was talking about clutter and decluttering. We talked for a minute. I was like, Lord, I need to get over this cluttering and decluttering. And most of the things that I have, y'all, is for my workshops and if you don't know, I do workshops as well because I met a guy and he was like, how is finding free stuff and going to free events and showcasing free stuff? How is that a business? Well, I'm also, I call myself a micro influencer because I don't really like the name influencer. I just like telling you stuff. Resourceful girl. I don't know. That's kind of silly, but anyway, I just don't. I don't gravitate to, calling myself an influencer, but I just like to show you some things that you can get for free or low cost and some things that you can do because I love going places. I love doing stuff. That's why I look so young. I'm 55. Did y'all know I was 55? I'm 55. You can see it in my eyes a little bit. But yeah, I'm starting to see it in my face that girl, you aging. Yeah, so anyway, I went to the festival. It was a Renaissance festival. That's what they called it. And I think Fifth Ward is turning like 160 years old or something like that. Don't call me. I'm so bad with remembering numbers and history stuff. Yeah, don't quote me. But the walk was very informative. She told us all about all the things happening in Fifth Ward. And it's been a minute since I've been to Fifth Ward. I did do a little video a while back about Fifth Ward because I was like, it's changing so much. All you see is like new buildings, new condos, new townhomes. It's just not the same. I'm sure the cost of living over there I remember to get a a condo or whatever, it was like 300,000. Yeah, very expensive. No, when I grew up, we did not own our property at all. We were renting the property. I remember my mom paid $200 a month for rent. It was a 2 bedroom um duplex. Yeah, and the duplex is gone, but it was right next to the Hester house. But yeah, the Hester house was my saving grace. But anyway, okay, I did purchase some tea cakes. And I'm like, man, I don't need nothing sweet. So Joy's sweet treats. So I purchased some tea cakes. And I was asking her, I was like, do you have a lot of nutmeg in your, or she was like, I was like, I hate when people put too much nutmeg in their tea cake. She was like, no, I do not. And I was like, okay, yeah, we can vibe. Even though I don't need these. Stop judging. Stop judging. So I got a lot of pamphlets, things happening in the neighborhood. Everybody was talking about this. This is gonna be nice. It's called Nightlight, and it's only tonight only. So they need to do this more often. But it's Nightlight. But I can't go to that kind of stuff. They be too packed, and then they don't have nowhere to park. And then Jazzy Sundays in the park. Free. These are things I'm talking about that's free, y'all. So you may want to go to Buffalo Bayou Partnership. They have different things. I believe I went to a grand opening of an apartment complex, and they had different things sponsored by them because it was right. It's close. The apartment is close to the bayou, and they had entertainment. They had free food. They had free ice cream, free drinks. It was really nice. So I'll try to find that video and post that. Maybe that's what I'll post on Monday. So the cistern. I've never been to the cistern. So a lot of things that I've never done, even though I'm a native Houstonian. There's so much to do. I get inundated and yeah, I'm like, it's so much to do here. But yeah, and this is Buffalo Bayou East. So they probably have different events if you go to their website. So, and then I won this, and this is kind of funny because my #1 workshop, like I was telling you, a guy asked me, how is finding free events really a business? And I was like, what can I do? And I decided to start doing workshops. So I do workshops for women. Charcuterie board is my #1 seller. So look what I won, a charcuterie board. So that's pretty cool. I haven't done a charcuterie board workshop yet for the year. I don't know. I'm the type of entrepreneur who probably shouldn't be an entrepreneur because I tend to think about others. Like, the economy is bad. Like, why am I gonna have, because charcuterie board event is not free. That's why that's like a part of my business, which is doing workshops, paid workshops, okay? But what you get in my workshop is some fun, because I play games, I make up games. You get some food and you get some freebies. Whenever you go to my workshop, I always like have some of these things that I get for free. I actually have people have a grab bag and they can go and get some things. And then I do a gift bag at the end. So that's what sets my workshops apart from anybody else. So I actually went to a free charcuterie board workshop, and then I paid for a charcuterie board workshop. So I just gained confidence in doing workshops. In those workshops, that's my #1 seller, and that's the one that I really enjoy doing. So I may have one in May. Maybe the economy will be a little better. And then I talked to somebody, one of my other friends. She was like, that's when people really want to be out and about and doing things, even though it just looks like a crazy time. That people want to do things. People want to be included and have something, an outlet for what's going on in America. So I'm like, Okay, I could see that happening. So I'm going to post that I'm doing a workshop in May. Not Mother's Day, a little after Mother's Day, the end of May. So I'm going to do the charcuterie board workshop, and I would love for y'all to join me. Look at this. I'll bring this probably to the workshop. But some other things. So I met a lot of people. So some of the events coming up with them, Community Connect event every third Tuesday of the month. And what do they do? Job placement, fun activities, gift cards, and door prizes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Light refreshments, mental health and physical well-being contacts, strengthen relationships and trust. See? Oh, that's awesome. And then they have something for juvenile diversion program, drug education, self-improvement, building self-esteem, character building, different things like that. See, when you go to events, it's not all about spending the money. So I was like, yes, I would love to volunteer. Volunteer is one of the things on my to-do list, or the new year. And they had this little activity book for the kids. I picked up one because I'm a big kid. They had the crayons. Then they had the little squeegee ball. This is a stress ball, what they call it, right? That's good to have. And then oh, this is cool. Harris Health. They gave us this bag. They took my blood pressure. Oh, look. Okay. These are hard to come by. And then they have another stress ball. Oh, that one's real soft. And then some sanitizer. Let's see what else. Oh, a fan. I got 2 fans. I got a fan. Yeah, I got another one. Yes. So I got a fan. And then I got another bag. So this one has tissue in it, lip balm, a pen. Yep, really nice. These are nice to have when you like going places and doing stuff. Little eyeglass cleaner. Some mints. Yeah. Some mints. What else? Some little candy. Okay, and what else we have? Let's see. And then I have too many bags. Oh my gosh. So pamphlets as it relates to health, fitness, things like that. I'm all about finding some event stuff. So I don't know if those have that, but I'll look it over. And what else is in this bag? We got these, man, I have so many of these. Potato chip clips or bag clips. We got some Band-Aids. And, okay, that's it for those 2 bags. And I think this is my last bag. Oh, my goodness. Oh, they gave away books. So, the Urban... Okay, so, there's my other fan. Because I didn't have a bag. I put the rubber band around it. But I got a free t-shirt. That's the name of it. urbanpats.com, where you can take a free walk, and she gives you some information about the neighborhood that you're walking in. That's who that was, urbanpats.com. Yes. So they gave us a free shirt. That's who had the galoshes and the water, and it was a free walk. And we walked all the way to 5th Ward. I mean, we walked to, from the, what's the name of it? Deluxe Theater. That theater was not a theater when I grew up in 5th Ward. But we walked from the theater all the way to the Hester House. So, yeah. So, they were giving out books. Yes, I got a Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. I don't think I've ever read it. And then they gave me some more books. I picked up this one as well. Somebody was like, free water. You want to read that one? So I was like, okay, I'll read that. Shouldn't take me too long because those are like kitty books or kid books. But they gave us a lot of stuff. I don't know what this is. It's just a lot of things like, I can see this soap, probably Band-Aids and all the things. But yeah, I picked that up. And what else? The rest of these are pamphlets. Rodney Ellis was giving out some stuff. So this is the other precinct. What did he say? This precinct 1. He said precinct 1 is the biggest precinct. So remember I told you community centers fall up under the constable precinct. So Texas, I think they said Texas. I Googled it. Texas is the only state that has like constables. Yeah. So that's kind of crazy, right? And our constables deal with evictions, so on and so forth. Evictions, a lot of civil things are done with the constable. So when I got sued by the credit card company, yeah, you go to the constable to actually say, hey, I'm gonna show up in court, because you have to show up in court. If you don't, they'll do a default judgment, which means they can garnish your wages. Yeah. So I had to deal with that. I don't know. Yes, that was kind of scary. It was kind of scary, but anyway, that was some of the things that I got. Look at that. Look, comic book. It's called The Defenders, Fair Housing Defenders. So I thought that was neat. That's a neat comic book. That's amazing. I like those kind of things. So they were doing Miracle Leaf, which I think is CBD stuff. Yeah. So it's just a lot of people there showcasing their businesses. And that's what I think a festival is all about. They had music, they had entertainment, they had all types of things. It was just amazing. I'm glad I got to get some of these freebies, but I really need to like purge. I'm thinking about doing something, and I'm hoping that some people will join me. Some women will join me in doing something. There's something that I have on my agenda that I want to give away. A lot of these bags and things like that. I think it would be amazing to do an event that I'm thinking of. This is like a volunteer event to kick off my nonprofit. So yeah, but thank y'all for joining me, and I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we are on the road. Okay, I don't know what I was gonna say, but anyway. But I met some amazing people, and whoever I met, drop me a comment. I met Robin. Was that your name, girl? Why did I forget already? Oh, I'm so bad. I get so overwhelmed with meeting people that I forget people's names. I know that's a bad flaw. So charge it to my head, not to my heart. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate a like. Please like. Please follow. Please share. Let people know that there are so many things to do in Houston and surrounding areas, because I like going to other places too, that surrounding areas. Yeah. But I'm glad y'all could join me. So hopefully I'll have something exciting for you on Wednesday. So see you Wednesday. Hopefully I'll drop a couple of reels or shorts, and then you can see some more freebies and things that I actually do. So thank y'all for joining me. Okay, bye. Ouch. Okay, bye.